Alright, friends, let us all go into meditation by taking a very comfortable posture, by relaxing ourselves, making sure that each and every part of your body is completely relaxed. Cross your hands, cross your legs, close your eyes. Just flow with your breath. Have no thoughts whatsoever, friends. Let's all express our gratitude to our breath. We will surrender to our breath. Just the breath, friends. Last 1 minute, friends. Slowly bring back your awareness to your physical body and your surroundings. Last 20 seconds. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes. And whenever you're ready, friends, you may remove your hands and slowly open your eyes. So, welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful meditation. If you have some water next to you, please have some water. And today we have entered into day 55, 10 more days to go to finish this breath and meditation sessions. And today we have again a wonderful article by Master Racheal Kessler. Our topic is on silence, stillness, and solitude. It is no coincidence that most of the world's religions have devised a rest note into the symphony of the human day, week, or year. Practices such as prayer, meditation, spiritual retreats, Quaker meeting, and the tradition of Sabbath all cultivate this capacity for tolerating stillness and create the spaciousness for soul. Brief periods of silence and solitude in school can also give students a tool for cultivating rest and renewal. Rest for the nervous system, the mind, the body, which traditional cultures provided routinely. For many of our students and their families, solitude has become a lost art. We could view silence as a vehicle to go through other gateways: deep connection to the self, transcendence, creative expression, or the search for meaning and purpose. But silence itself can nourish the human spirit, and we should explore its value as a separate gateway. When we consider offering the opportunity for stillness to our students, we confront a paradox. In many students, we touch the timeless longing of human beings for silence, but we may also contend with a contemporary cultural hostility to its dimension. Silence, stillness, and solitude have been almost eliminated from the lives of children. Noise, speed, and unceasing interaction define modern life for most children. Overstimulation becomes the norm for the child's nervous system. Soul cannot thrive in a fast paced life, writes Thomas More in Care of the Soul, because being affected, taking things in, and chewing on them requires time. But slowing down is so foreign to our children that it may be frightening. The constant chatter of television and boom boxes, the never ending programmed activities of the hurried child, the necessity to put children in long hours of group group care for early ages. In all these ways, children are so underexposed to silence and solitude that some have come to be afraid of any experience of emptiness. So, should we speak of a hunger for silence when some students are actually repulsed by it? Silence and stillness are a chance to restore equilibrium. A structured period of silence can bring the calm, serenity, and detached perspective that these students are seeking to reorder their lives. Silence produces peace, says a Swahili proverb. and peace produces safety. Brief periods of silent reflection allows us to sift and sort our feelings, thoughts, and sensations. As we witness the state of our emotions, we can discover the equilibrium that is a precondition for social and economical emotional capacities essential to all learning. An inability to focus has become a common symptom of today's students, impairing their ability to learn in any discipline. Methods that enhance concentration are essential. Silence, solitude, stillness, and muscle relaxation or breathing exercises are practices that can promote these capacities. Such strategies can be as simple as offering 1 minute of silence or perhaps serene music as each class begins. In the Mozart effect, Don Campbell cites research that suggests that certain music can even help children with attention deficit disorder and attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity to shift brainwave patterns and display better focus and mood control, diminished impulsivity, and improved social skills. In a world filled with ready made, fast paced, and highly stimulating electronic images, silence for many students provides a fertile ground for imagination to have its play. More and more researchers are discovering the important learning that goes on when nothing is happening in the classroom. Downtime, once considered wasting time, is now seen as a rich opportunity for consolidating learning and memory. Referring to downtime as wait time, researchers have long recognized these brief periods of silence, deliberately introduced by teachers as significantly enhancing cognitive functioning. Recent brain research also suggests that learning can become more functional when external stimuli is shut down. Periods of silent reflection not only soothe the soul but allow the association, consolidation, and imprinting needed for effective learning. Silence allows the brain to more quickly and effectively process the vast amount of information, stimulation, and change children face every hour and every day at school and at home. When students are frenetically wound up, simple silence may not be enough to quiet a racing mind. Then a few breathing exercises may work. A highly structured breathing exercise helps many students focus, enhancing the capacity to learn, to cope, and to relate. Silence and stillness also nourish the soul. The vessel in which soul making takes place is an inner container, scooped out by reflection and wonder. The gifts of silence are intertwined. They cannot really be separated into cognitive, psychological, physiological, or spiritual. Silence provides young people a chance to make the deep connection to themselves that goes beyond emotional skills to reach the core of their identity. Who am I? Is a recurrent question in the mysteries. Periods of silent reflection are essential to goal setting and decision making exercises or for self inventory activities designed to identify and strengthen components of personal identity. The freedom from peer stimulation or peer pressure allows students easier access to their own values, beliefs, priorities, goals, and sense of purpose. Can we really introduce our students to the joy of silence if we ourselves, as teachers or parents, have avoided this experience in the way we run our busy lives? We need ample practice with silence ourselves if we are to introduce it effectively to the classroom. Periods of silence can help teachers and parents more broadly prepare for welcoming soul into the classroom. Sometimes we come into class preoccupied with emotional issues or exhausted by conflict. If we can clear our minds and hearts and refresh our spirits, we can be more responsive to our students. So, friends, this is the article, and this is from the Soul of Education. And it's a wonderful article how these silence and stillness is very important. So that's why all the masters suggest that weekly once we have to be in mauna. Mauna is nothing but silence, not only silence of the mind, silence of the words, but also silencing the mind. So it has to be done, friends. Whenever here this master Rachel is mentioning about the children, I we have to put ourselves in a children's position, like we are all occupied with so many things. We go to work, and there we carry all our emotional issues, and we start to think, and we cannot able to focus at work. So when we practice silence and stillness in the mind, then it is easy for us to experience solitude and peace. So yes, friends, it is very important that we practice this, so that when we practice this silence, then it is easy for us to share about the silence to our friends, family, or children. So yes, friends, very wonderful article. If there is anybody who wants to share, please go ahead and unmute yourself, friends. Or if you have just enjoyed the article, yes, that is also fine. Yes, Kinza?
Thank you very much, Madhuji.
Okay.
Thank you very much
Yes,
for the
Raja.
lovely meditation and the reading. Oh, it's such so beautiful and so truthful. That's not the right word, and it's so illuminating. Yes,
Mm,
uh, you know the present day education system, or not the present day. It has been like that for a long time. Is such to prepare
mm,
individuals to fall in line for the needs of the current social order and society. It is not designed for the individual development of people. Uh,
mm,
Very recently, I was listening to a talk on mental health by a
mhm,
psychologist, and he asked a simple question: what age group do you think
mhm,
is got more mental health issues than other people? Most of the people think that most of the mental health issues are with the older people. It
mhm,
was shocking when he said that the largest age group that has the greatest mental health issues are the young people from the age of about 5 or 6 to their 20s. It's really
that's true.
shocking. It is really shocking. What happens in school, they take away the silence and solitude from the children and put them
Mm,
into the busy lifestyle. They
mm,
design them to to adapt to the busy lifestyle as much as they can, and that is what is needed in present day society, and that really affects their individual growth, and they develop a lot of mental health issues, you see. So the parents, especially young parents who have young children, got to keep this in mind. It's down to them really to make sure that children from the young ages 5 or 6 is taught to get into meditation. From that age, they should know, children should be trained to learn to develop silence and solitude and peace and harmony. These are very important things in life which young parents especially should really learn. If not, their children get lost in the society. We got to be very careful about that. Thank you
mm.
very much, Madhuji,
Very
and thank
well
you very
said.
much, all
Very,
friends.
very well said, Indraji. That's very true. Starting from 5 years, one should meditate. So it is every parent's responsibility that to create some time for the children, to sit with the children and to meditate at least for 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day. Make it as a ritual or make it as a discipline. So I say I recommend this to everyone because when we do this, our our child's life is secured. Like they're not disturbed, or they handle their own things when they're growing. So they become independent. They don't depend on us. So it's very important to to do this. So thank you so much, Indraji.
Yeah, and sorry, my friends, I missed one more important point, and
Yes.
that is the young people getting hooked, getting really hooked to electronic devices is not good for them. It's really not good for them.
Mm.
Young people getting hooked to electronic devices, TVs, and electronic games is really not good for them. There's a lot of radiation. There's a lot of radiation from all these devices, which has a lot of harmful effect, which is completely ignored, and it's not good for them at all. Recently, there was an I mean, competition
Mhm.
to sort of for young children to find something new in technology. And the children who got the prize, young, the girls were about, I think, 15 to 18 years old. Yeah, they got the prize. And what they did, they grew saplings in two different pots in two different
Mhm.
adjacent rooms in the same conditions, except in one room there was Wi-Fi, and in the other room there was no Wi-Fi. The
Mhm.
plant that grew in the room with the Wi-Fi 24 hours a day, it didn't grow well. It grew withered. And the plant
Mhm.
in the other room where there was no Wi-Fi grew very healthy. You see, so we've got to be very careful. The world is such that we are exposed to so much radiation from electronic devices. It is really, really affecting our brains, our bodies, and So this is one another thing that parents should sort of keep the children or teach the children to be aware and stay away from all these electronic devices to large
Mm.
extent. Our lifestyle is now today mostly controlled by these electronic devices. This is another very harmful thing that we should be aware of. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Indraji. Very good point. Yes, Indraji.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Indraji. How are you?
I'm fine. I so wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to talk to you and just wanted to hear your voice. And how are you doing?
I'm always great.
That's nice. I'm also fine, Alhamdulillah.
That's good. That's good.
I'm doing great. I do attend a meditation session whenever I get time, the evening one or even this session of the morning. I feel great.
Mm. Very good. Very good, Indraji.
I just wanted to appreciate Indraji. Well, very, very well pointed out. I hope people understand this and they, incorporate meditation in their life from their childhood, in their child uh, life for the well being, for the future. I guess it's really important. If you have underlying issues and you can never be a very good person, you
Mm.
have to struggle a lot in your life because some trauma, some accidents in your life are your childhood based now,
Yep.
so they have a very bad scar or a pronounced effect on your life later on in your adulthood. So this is something very important. There are a lot of things which kids don't even share with their parents at times. So I guess meditation is the best way to just let let go and forget and forgive and move on, I believe. So
Yes.
it was a really nice session. And I believe um, silence is the best, uh, I can say silence. From silence, I've learned you protect yourself from so many things, and it's the best healing thing. That's all I
Very
need
true.
to say.
Very true. Very true. Beautifully said, Kinzaji. Yes. Silence is the one that protects us. I mean, when you are silent, when you're not reacting to any things, you're just silent, and that's it. Like you're saving a lot of energy and you're protecting yourself, not getting into all those, like arguments or something like that. Yes. So that's why weekly one silence helps us. One day complete being in silence, not even talking to anybody, and just being with ourselves is very important. So
Exactly.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Kinzaji, for
Thanks a
sharing.
lot. Have a great day.
You too. Yes. So we will take Anita ji and then Charu ji. Lastly, we come to Mamta ji. Yes. Yes, Anita ji.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. Have a nice
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Anita ji.
And what a beautiful start with such a nice meditation and so truthful and so beautiful and so knowledgeable article you have read. Amazing. Was so good. Actually, silence is what? It's a deep connection with ourselves.
Mm,
As you know, our mostly population are going to in a depression, psychological problems, distraction from the society, and they are engaging themselves with the media.
mm,
When we consider how involved we all are with technology, whether it is the cell phones, tablets, computer, TV, radio, and etc., the static of background noise has become our norm.
mm,
We are addicted, we are habitual such noises. We have no time to sit in a silence. We have no period or no classroom for silence.
mm,
We have no time to go in church and sit in a silence posture. We have no time to communicate with our family. As the charm of money, everyone is running behind the money and doing a lot of work. Parents have no time for their kids, and kids have no time for their parents because they are engaging in media. That's why there is a totally absence of silence and passion, and the peoples are experiencing mental disorders, children's having attention deficit disorder, and lack of concentration, lack of focus, and uh, all these problems are because of absence of silence. Silence is the root of each and every problem. Agar, if you don't sit in silence, your mind become all the day busy, and the busy mind can't be a voice of God.
mm,
We can't find ourselves. You know, there is an increasing suicidal ratio. There is an increasing divorce ratio. Why it happens? It happens because there is no deep connection with ourselves. We don't know ourselves. All the day we are fighting with our thoughts. And there is a vicious cycle. When you are generating a negative thought, another comes automatically, and it will never and never ends. And it happens each and every person at any level of age. So my mean is to say that silence, it restores equilibrium. It is a great source of great strength. By observing silence, our silence allows us to notice things we overlook. Silence is avoiding distractions, allows us to focus more completely in our important issues. It allows us to hear things that are buried under the normal buzz of our daily life, like self-importance, to accept other persons as a divine soul, to accept ourselves as we are divine soul. So silence is everything, and I think we all have to do practice of silence, and as a parent it's our duty to explain the importance of silence to our kids, because active communication and active listening helps our child to understand virtues of stillness. So, and silence, mostly silence comes from meditation, and it is the basic pillar. Silence is a basic pillar for meditation. So thank you, Madhuji. What a wonderful wonderful article. Thank you.
Wonderful, Anita ji. Very happy that you have shared beautiful, beautiful words. Thank you so much. Very enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Lot of wisdom in every word what you said. So true, so illuminating. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, Sharo.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Beautiful article, as always, and beautiful sharings by Indiraji and Dr. Neeta, I must say. And yes, I truly, truly agree with each and every word that is being said. But there's one thing that I want to say, because I've been experiencing this with the children. Whosoever comes, the parents come to me, and when they talk to me about their kids who are small, or maybe who are just in their teenaging, so they always tell me that it is very difficult for them to make them sit for meditation. So yes, it is difficult because they have not been conditioned that way from the very beginning, and they have not seen that stillness in the parents itself. Then how can they be still? So the parents have to actually start doing that, either of the parents or both the parents. So they have to do that. Moreover, what I felt through these counseling sessions that I do is, what parents do is that we start telling them that you need to concentrate, because we always say that meditation is concentration. But let me, tell all my friends here that meditation is not concentration at all. Meditation is effortless focus. There is a difference between concentration and focus, and we always use the word concentration. And that is the reason why the children are not also able to meditate, because when they see the word concentration, they feel that again there is some programming of their mind, or there is a task that is being given to them where they have to forcibly focus or concentrate on certain things which they are not supposed to do. Because when we talk about meditation should come effortlessly. There has to be no effort. So what I used to do is, I'll just share with you my exercise that I used to give it to the child was, before I used to tell them to meditate, I used to tell them to focus on one thing. I used to give them a leaf or a flower. I used to just tell them that now try to hold your attention on this flower or this leaf. And then what happened, after 2-3 minutes or 4 minutes of the time, they used to get absorbed by that particular thing that they had in their hand, be it the leaf, be it flower, be it anything. So I used to always use nature as my tool, because that is something that takes you to the meditative state in a more effective way. So I realized slowly and gradually through this mindful meditation, they were able to focus on one thing. And once they started doing that, it became very easy for them to then focus on their inner self to meditate. So that was one of the activities that I used to make the children do, be it the teenagers or be it, I've counseled children who are from 7 years or 8 years of age. So they were able to do that. In fact, even my children. So when I used to tell my children that, okay, now concentrate on yourself, they never used to meditate. They could not, because they thought that it's a task again, because where they have to put their mind, where they have to, and again, that activity of the mind is going on. But when we have to tell them focus, it has a very lighter energy. That word itself has a very lighter energy. And when you say you have to just focus, you have to be. So this is the first step, I think, where we can just start spreading this meditation among the children, among people whom we know, so that the children also are learning what we are doing. But for that, we also have to become an example for them. We can't just say to them that, okay, we have started meditating for an hour or two, please you also do that for 1 hour or two. You have to be really very patient. Kids are not like us. Their mental capabilities are different from ours, and every child is different. So you have to really tread very sensitively. You have to tread with compassion as far as your kids are concerned, because you need to be very patient with them, because it becomes very difficult sometimes to deal with the kids who are going through so much. And I've seen kids in their 7 or 8 years of their age, they have gone through so much in their lives. So I would suggest that, that when you are talking to your kids, or when you are telling the other kids to come into meditation, you have to be a little compassionate. You have to be a little patient. You patient, because you cannot just expect them to, all of us a sudden sit for an hour or two, just because you want them to be. Let them be how they wanted to do it. Just give them the freedom. So that is something that I have learned from my experiences. This is my perspective, absolutely, because this is my experience, and probably you might differ from my perspective, my opinion. And but I just wanted to share this because I've been closely working with the children also. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much, Indiraji, for taking up this issue of the kids nowadays who are going through so much. So thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you, Madhugaru. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharo. Very well said. And you have raised a wonderful point that meditation is not concentration. Yes, it is not. As you said, it's an effortless process. It's just being. It's just being. There is nothing doing there. So when we put the word concentration, I remember, like concentrate on your studies, concentrate on this thing, focus, right from our childhood, we've been hearing these words. And when we use the same words to the children, they feel it's again a task that they're doing, as you said. So it's just that first, as a parents, as a friends, we have to practice meditation, and we have to slowly invite them. Just, this is what I'm trying. If you're interested, please join me. We can meditate for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So that friendship should be there between a parent and a child, so that there should be no force. It's just because you have attained this peace. It doesn't happen immediately to your family. Just give some time, and be patient, and slowly, when you set an example, when you become a person of stillness and a person of silence, automatically the kids becomes curious, and they want to really try it out. And I have seen many kids doing it after seeing their parents change in their behavior. So yes, Charu, beautifully shared. So thank you so much, Charu, for bringing this up. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madhugaru. Thank you so much, Indiraji. Thank you so much, Dr. Anita. And thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mamta ji.
Namaste, Madhuji.
Namaste.
Namaste, all masters. The wisdom was so beautiful today. I really enjoyed that. And as my experience, I love silence from my childhood. And I enjoyed stillness also. The same experience, what I was doing is, as a mother, just I used to meditate. As Sharuji was telling, no? Like that, I used to meditate. I won't used to tell my children to do like this or like this, and this is very good for like this. I wouldn't explain that. Just I would do the prayers and also chanting and also meditation. As my experience, my both children are really great soul. They have experienced silence and stillness now also, and their grasping power is so much. If some negativity, if there is some negativity around them, they won't grasp that one. I observed that thing. Means that works a lot. Mainly is we have to do, parents have to do that one. There is no necessity to explain or do some force to the children. Now I am granny and I am seeing my grandchildren also now. They are so energetic. They are so energetic. We can't make them to be silent. We have to feed something alternate for their energy. For that, we have to show them the right thinking and right speak, means like that right act. What's the right thing to do? They are having so much of energy. If you go and explain it to be silent, it will be forceful, and their brain development may be also affect. So that's the importance, I think so, like that. We must give them, we have to, the parents, the role of parent is very important at this age. So they have to give some activities like that about the right thinking. That must be in the morality. Just I thought to share this one.
Yes,
And
beautiful.
and today is the 4th day of Dasra, Devi Kushmanda. She is the 4th form of Hindu goddess Durga. The meaning of the name is Ku means little, Kushman means warmth or energy, and Anda means cosmic health. She is considered to have created the universe with her divine smile. The universe was no more than a void, full of darkness, until her light spread in all directions like rays from the sun. This is the short introduction of Devi Kushmanda. So now I chant last 4 shlokas from Mahishasuramardini Stotra. ऐगिरि नन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते पदकमलं करुणानिलये वरवस्यति योऽनुदिनं स शिवे अयि कमले कमलानिलये कमलानिलय सकतं न भवेत् तव पदमेव परं पदमित्यनुशीलयतो मम किं न शिवे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कनकलसत्कलसिन्धुजलैरनु सिञ्चिनुते गुणरङ्गभुवम् भजति स किं न शचीकुचकुम्भतटी परिरम्भ सुखानुभवम् तव चरणं शरणं करवाणि न तामरवाणि निवासि शिवम् जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते तव विमलेन्दुकुलं वदनेन्दुमलं सकलं ननुकूलयते किमु पुरहूतपुरेन्दुमुखी सुमुखी विरसौ विमुखी क्रियते मम तु मतं शिवनामधने भवती कृपया किमुत क्रियते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अयि मयि दीनदयालुतया कृपयैव त्वया भवतव्यमुमे अयि जगतो जननी कृपयासि यथासि तथानुमितासि रते यदुचितमित्र भवत्युरिरि कुरुता दुरितापमपाकुरुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते Thank you everyone.
Wow, very wonderful, Mamtaji. Thank you so much for giving this energetic chantings every day. It's very, very powerful. Very powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mamtaji. That was wonderful, friends. So till we see each other in the evening, friends, have a lovely, lovely day, and share about meditation. Keep meditating whenever you're finding time, and inform about meditation to your children or to your near and dear ones who have children. So it is very important that they get into meditation, but as Mamtaji said, not by force. First of all, we should practice it, and we should let them know the importance of all these things so that they can easily come into this. So yes, friends. So now it's the time that we have to work on ourselves. At the same time, we have to give a helping hand to everybody who is in need. So thank you so much, friends. Till then, till we see each other in the evening, have a lovely day and a beautiful Sunday. Namaste to all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful start.
Thank you,
Thank
Punita.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.